Hello Internet, it's me Josh, the Agent Gamer. So, I'm not here to talk to you about video games today, video games per se. I'm here to talk about something that I miss about video games. I'm here to talk about strategy guides. And not just any strategy guide, not any kind of game guide. I'm talking about one that I just picked up. I'm talking about these. I'm talking about hand-drawn game guides. So what's hand-drawn game guides? Well, let me tell you. So there's a guy named Philip Summers. He's a retro game enthusiast, just like myself. The only difference is that he's actually doing something cool and making really cool things. Well, I'm just kind of, talking on YouTube like a lot of other people. He's doing something that's really awesome. Hand-drawn game guides. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a complete game guide drawn all by hand. And when I saw that he was doing physical versions of his hand-drawn game guides, because usually they're digital, I had to get in on this. So he did 2 books over 3 games. There's a Gaiden and Contra one, and there's a Legend of Zelda one. I love all of these games. I reviewed all these games on my channel, and so yeah, I had to get it. And personally, I think it's really neat to see someone that has passion for things. Not just this guy, but just people in general. Just seeing people have a passion for something and they turn it into a nice creative artwork. Physically and metaphorically, just doing something really cool with that passion. I love passion projects. So I picked this up, I thought it was really awesome, and I kind of wanted to share with you guys what you might be missing out on if you haven't heard of this guy before. So I am going to show you a little bit of the books. I'm not going to go over all of them because, you can just buy it from him. But I ordered these on Thanksgiving, at a Thanksgiving sale. They got sent to me in a week, from order to getting to my house. Took a week. I was amazed. That was really quick, especially with all the holiday stuff going on. That's just crazy. And this is one person just making all of this, making the guides, printing them out, putting them together, sending them out. That's amazing. So, yeah, he sent it to me. It even came in a nice gold package. That's awesome. So, first off, I want to show the Gaiden one. I love Gaiden. I love it so much, and it breaks my heart to see that there's not that much love for Gaiden out there, but even by Tecmo themselves, they don't really do anything Gaiden-like. It's got some nice hand-drawn covers on it. It's actually got a plastic sleeve over it with an alternate cover right there, which I thought was really cool. And inside the books, it's like a game manual. They'll show you all the different ways you can attack and do things, and items that you can collect, enemies you'll fight. It's really cool like that. And then there's a lot of original artwork. He even added journal entries, just kind of explaining the stuff that we don't see between the game and the cutscenes themselves, which I thought was a really nice touch, really cool. It goes through the levels, it tells you what items are where you can collect them all, and it's just got some cool info and trivia there. And even afterwards it talks about, speedrunners, what the world record is, what's the record for the most points, how to access the sound test, and just overall, just really cool info for any Gaiden fan. On the flip side, we have Contra. That's that artwork. That's the sleeve artwork. And in there, we get bios of Bill Reiser, Lance Beam, info on all the guns, info on all the enemies and bosses. Really cool artwork for the bosses. I think it's just really neat. Again, it's a really nice passion project from this guy, and I don't know, it's just, how can you not love that? And the Legend of Zelda one, that was the big one. That was the one that a lot of people went crazy for because it's Zelda. Everyone loves Zelda. I love Zelda, you love Zelda. Who doesn't love Zelda? And inside this book, we have the cover right here with an alternate cover right there. And not only that, I open it up and look at this. It's a hand-drawn map of the world, the Zelda world. And it's got all the different locations for secret items and dungeons and all that cool stuff. I remember the original NES game came with something similar like that. It wasn't completely filled out, but they did have something like that. And I think that's a cool callback to the original Zelda NES title. So that's that right there. Both books come with little handy bookmarks as well. And just again, really cool artwork on the inside. Goes over all the characters, items, just like the other ones. But it's also got dungeon layouts and bosses, heart locations. It's got all that cool stuff right in this handy little book. I actually have a Nintendo guide. When the NES Classic Edition came out, they had a Nintendo, Playing with Power book. And you can look through there and it shows, you know, the same kind of stuff. There's the enemies, there's the layout, and you got that, but it's all, you know, the typical stock images from the game itself, which, when you're playing the game, you're already looking at that. Whereas here, you get, you know, hand-drawn stuff, artwork you can't find anywhere else. It's wonderful. The artwork, I think, is done really well, too. It's got a nice watercolor palette to it, so it's just very beautiful looking, and I just love looking at this. I mean, I played those games to death. I don't really necessarily need a guide, but I just love looking at this stuff and just being in awe, because it's games that I love, it's games I grew up with, and especially with the Zelda one, some of the pictures, it's like, you think that's what it looks like in your head when you're playing it, but, you know, graphically it doesn't look like that, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, I think it was really cool. I got both of these, the Contra, Ninja Gaiden, as well as the Zelda. Games I love, games I cherish, games I reviewed and thought very highly of. So I think it's cool. I think it's something you should check out if you haven't. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, he's out of the physical copies because, like I said, there's only one person making them, so it's not a big mass production project. So at the moment, he doesn't have any physical copies. He might later in the future, I don't know. But you can buy all of that digitally. I'll put a link in the description below. You can check that out. You can buy it from that store, and he sells it at a pretty decent price, only $1. That's the minimum. You can pay however much you want, but the minimum is $1, which for all that stuff that you get is a pretty good deal. I definitely think it's worth checking out. I definitely think you should yeah, check it out, support the guy. I think it's really cool. I look forward to any future projects he might do. This isn't any kind of endorsement. This is just a shout out because I think what that guy did was pretty cool. The books are really awesome, and again, not to sound like a broken record, you should just check it on out. But that's just what I think. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.